Hi friends, in our PLSQL course previously we discussed about cursors as a important topic of implicit and explicit cursor. In this chapter 8 we are going to discuss about records and collection, yet another important topic. Basically collection in the sense like it's like so far we discussed about the scalar data which holds only single variable with single data at a time, correct? But whereas the records and collection can hold single or more than one value, and records in particular different data types like in a row format, it can hold in memory, and collection also it can hold in memory data. We are going to detail discussed about that. Like in collection is similar to the arrays in other programming language what you come across. There are three types of collection: is there nested tables, associative array, and variable arrays. If I quickly dive in, like how it look like. Yeah, so the records and collections are powerful data structure used for structure handling data for and bulk data processing. Like if you get into analytical purpose like online analytical data processing, like that the data warehouse site, like if you want to process heavyweight data, so this is the good data type we can use it. Like basically it allow multiple related fields to be treated in single logical unit. Like when you talk about like records and collections, collection will enable to store, manipulate multiple rows of data in memory. Both are in memory data, we can make use of it. Collection is more powerful. How it will be very useful and improve in particular, it's better code readability, performance, scalability, and easy to maintain as well. And like I mentioned before, it's very useful in real world application for batch processing or reporting or high volume of data operation like data warehouse, everything. And the main objective, as I mentioned before as a quick intro, like we are going to understand the purpose of records and collection, differentiate between table based records and user defined records with hands-on examples, and types of collection, as I mentioned before: associative arrays, nested table, and V array. And storing the data, processing the data using the employee example, we are going to discuss the topic. Performing bulk data operation also we are going to cover, not in exhaustively, like I'm going to give a simple and easy examples. So writing a efficient and high performance PLSQL program is the bottom line. Like context switching and all, like when you do more and more intensive operation with row by row operation, it will be a heavy performance issue it will throw. So to avoid that, the in memory these types we are going to cover up. Okay, that is the main idea behind the scene. Okay, how so like we can run through with on good examples. Like in records we can handle it in two way: table based records or user defined. Let us jump into table based. Okay, so the very first example is like declare using anchor type. Okay, this is table based. Okay, if I run this code, like okay, you see that like basically what happened in the background, we are defining anchor type with employees table and assigning that particular record for the employee ID and displaying the corresponding record information with a particular column, like the salary information we are printing. Okay, this is about table based records. When you jump into user define, like we are defining the record type. This is how you have to define the record type. It's like a different data type, the data type, like the field information data with the data types, everything you can define it as a single logical unit record. And that the next to that we are creating a variable for that particular record type. And line number 27, you can see the selecting of that record for a given employee ID with the first name and salary. Then finally we are printing the variable for our testing purpose. Let's try to execute and validate. Okay, so this is how you can define Okay, so this is how you can define it and run it. Okay, so this is about user defined. Okay, let us jump into collection. Okay, so if you get into collection, there are three types of collection we discussed, correct? So associative, nested table, and v-array. Associative array is basically indexed by number or varchar2. It can exist only in memory. Okay, it can be stored in table or something, like best for temporary data, like. Okay, so let us jump into run through that example. Okay, I have defined one associative array indexed by pless integer, like the number, and the first name as a column. We are taking this particular array, and I'm creating associative array variable here in the line number 46. Then I'm initializing with two elements, like index 1 I'm creating John, and index 2 I'm creating Sarah. Let's try to execute this code. Okay, so this is about, since we are printing only index 1, it's throwing John. That is the thing. If you try to change it to 2, it will give the index 2. Okay, so this is about associative array. Then nested table, the other type, like unlike associative array, it can grow dynamically. Okay, you have to extend it correctly, but like here you can extend dynamically. It can be stored in, you can create a column also in the table. There is no fixed upper limit. Okay, let us try to run through this example on nested tables. So here what we can understand is we are creating one number as a nested table. Okay, and we are creating a variable initialized, and here itself initializing with assigned values also we are giving. Okay, so using as a constructor, like, and I'm looping through that. Okay, with a for loop with starting for this is the method we can use it. There are different methods we are going to discuss in detail when you go to the advanced topics. For now, like how to access it with a for loop, and this is how with like the index, like this is what the I as the index, and we are calling inside that for that associate nested table, and we are running through it. We got the result like 10, 20, 30. We are initialized correct for that. So this is how you have to follow the syntax. Okay, then let us jump into v-array. V-array here, unlike associative and nested tables, this one has fixed maximum size when you declare itself. Okay, so you cannot dynamically grow or something, so you have to define the maximum upper bound. You have to define it. For example, in this case, what your salary v-array, and v-array upper bound is 3 of number data type, and we are initializing the variable and data also. We are creating a variable with the data initialized. Okay, 5000, 6000. Let us try to run this example and understand better. Okay, so this is about v-array. Okay, now, okay, so now so far we discussed about recursion collection with introduction and how with a easy example, correct? So now the real examples, how it can accommodate with the actual tables. Okay, okay, this particular example, what you're going to do is like store employee data in a collection using user defined record. Both user defined record and associative array combined together, we are going to store multiple employee rows. Okay, for we are going to take some sample of 5 records here. Okay, in this line number 86 to 87, we define employee record type with different field information, employee ID, name, salary, correct, and followed by in associative array we created with that particular record type. Okay, then we are creating a variable as well, and counter index we are creating line number 97. Then line number 100, like we are looping through with one cell query and passing with that index that particular record. Okay, and in this associative array we are initializing the index and assigning the the for loop cursor record information. Okay, so once we done that, we are trying to loop through the collected information, and that associative array collected information, we are printing it and exiting from the loop. Okay, this is one quick and easy example to understand. Okay, so let us try to run through this. Okay, so basically what happened in the background, we are limiting 5 records in this for loop cursor. Okay, then that for loop cursor giving the index incremental, then this is the actual associative array variable in that for that every like the record by record that counter increase, correct, that is index. For that employee ID, we are assigning the for loop cursor information. That's how we are getting the information. Finally, after finishing the record associative array collected information, we are looping through and printing the information for our understanding. Okay, this is about example 1. If we get into example 2, bulk processing simulation. Okay, how we can do that. So in the previous example, the record type we created and associative created, and 5 records we collected and ran through for loop and collected into associative array, correct, and finally we printed the associative array collected information. But in this example, we are straight away going to collect as a bulk data, so we are not calling any record type collection. We are defining here with employees with employees table. Then we are creating a variable here, line number 126. Directly we are dumping into in memory. Okay, for that particular okay, so then for the department, like, then we are looping that collection information. Okay, let us run through this one. Okay, so this is so basically the line number 129 and to 132, what it does, like, this is a syntax you need to follow. Directly dumping in for bulk collection variable, so it will run as a single statement and collect for department 30 employees and dump into the this collection variable, correct. So then after it's ran through successfully, the collected collection variable information, we are looping through and printing the information for our understanding. Okay, then finally example 3, what we are going to discuss about bulk collection using bulk update simulation using for all statement. Okay, this is like I mentioned the beginning of it, like the context switching. When you run through with record by record update, right, what will happen, PLSQL engine to SQL statement, it will record by record the to and fro and this processing time and switching, correct, that is called context switching. It will take more memory and CPU and IO costs it will take, correct. To avoid that, you can using bulk collect, we can collect the data in memory, as well as we run as a single statement. It will avoid the so many multiple context switching. This is one of the performance improvement, we can call it off using bulk collect. Okay, let us run through that. Okay, so this bulk salary updated completed in quick session, like it's 10 times faster compared to the normal operation, normal update operation, record by record, correct. The context switch issue will be resolved very easily. Okay, so this is all about the records and collection we discussed, and user defined and table record type we discussed, and different types of collection we discussed with the examples, everything. Hope you understand. This is a beginner level understanding. We can get into more advanced, but for now this is good to start and practice. This is one of the more important topic in PLSQL. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach me out. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel.